Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me on my Thursday live stream. I'm just getting set up for a 40 by 60 canvas today. So this takes me about an hour and a half, give or take, depending on how much talking I do. So I hope you enjoy watching and live here from the studio. This will be season 1, episode 7. So I'm going to get started here, just mixing up some color. I hope you can hear me okay. Do a little mic check. So if you're watching, just say yes or no if you can hear me all right. Most of my color is ready here, but I'm just going to add to some of the colors that I'm a bit low on my palette. Pull that into the shot just a little bit so you can see that. So if you're watching, ask a friend, tag a friend to watch along with you, and you can have conversation with me, with them, ask questions along the way. Maybe introduce a friend to my work if they haven't heard of me. It's always nice to get your name out there a little bit more each time. So if you've watched before or you haven't watched before, this painting is a 40 by 60 inch canvas, very typical size for me. And I will take about an hour and a half or so to create this piece. So hopefully you can hear me. Do a little test, 1, 2, 3. If you can or cannot hear me, say a hello and I can hear you, or hello, I cannot hear you. I'm just also going to connect to my other device. So I've got 2 going here. So I live in a 3-acre forest. This wall of windows facing this way is all south, and I have a 3-acre forest that I live in. And it's what I see and stare at every time I look out the window when I'm doing dishes, when I'm reading, when I'm just sitting on the couch. And so living out here inspires me to create all my nature paintings. And now the mosquitoes have died down a little bit. I think the dragonflies are out. So this is enabling us to spend more time out in the trees and walking around and enjoying the great outdoors. So I hope you are enjoying it too, in between all the rain we're getting here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Also, let me know where you're watching from. I like to always, hear that. You're watching from all over, whether it's close by or if it's around the world. I love to hear where you're all from. So today I'm feeling, what am I feeling for my background color? I think I'm gonna do yellow again for my background. I'm just thinking about the underglow that I want for the final painting. I often start with one color as my base coat to begin with. You will see this first layer in the final painting as I scrape away and add layers on top of it. But yellow is usually my go-to to create a painting, and it gives it a nice underglow. So hello, Anne-Marie, Leon, welcome. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, Instagram friends. Hello. I love that you're all here with me, so thanks for joining me. So let's get started now with my first layer. This is a good warm-up too for my arm. And I'm just spraying a water layer. I hope you can all hear me too if you're watching. Also, so I like to cover every square inch of the canvas with paint for a piece in this style, using my 2-inch wide brush. And it's a thin layer. So it's a thin coat of paint. It's not a super thick layer. The water definitely spreads it thinner. This is just to cover all of the white space up. This is just what I like to do. It adds one more interesting layer to the final painting. So it's been a while since I've done a forest piece, so I thought I would bring it back. Sometimes other colors get onto my brush when I'm mixing onto the palette, from the palette, and that's really okay. You're not going to see a ton of this color in the next layer. I do cover a lot of it up with the next layer of sky, so you can kind of smush it around and camouflage that other color that kind of mixed in there, but I don't freak out about it. I just let it be. Let it be in there. Everybody wants to come to the party. Get all the edges. I paint all 4 edges of the painting. In this video, I won't do the top or bottom edge just to keep the interest on the front of the painting, but I will do the sides. And it's not just a solid color on the end. The final painting literally wraps around all of the edges of the painting. Yes, this is a bright primary yellow Chanel. This is a nice base color to work from. Sometimes my paintings start off purple. One day I'll show you a purple background. Some of them are pink, often yellow, most often yellow. It's my favorite. Just about done this first layer of color. Okay, down to this right corner, and voila. Make sure it's nice and even, fairly even. Oh, I'm out of breath. It's a bit of a workout. When your arm is pumping like this, it gives you, makes your heart rate go up. And makes talking a challenge, but there we go. First layer down. Yes, I hope it does. Anne Marie says, I hope the yellow brings the sun back. I hope so too. It's it's cloudy here. It kind of mixes sun and cloud as we go about the day here. You never know. Usually if it's become sunny out, I drop everything and my son and I go for a bike ride. It's like, it's sunny, it's not raining, let's go. Oh, wonderful. Looking forward to another beautiful art piece by you from Javed. Thank you, Javed. I hope I'm saying that right. All these interesting and cool names. So yeah, we've got a little bit of an audience, so I will keep going. So next layer, I need to mix up just a little bit of white. And this will be, my sky will be the next layer. So they say, build a painting from what's furthest away first, and then build it what's closest to you. It's difficult to paint the sky last, paint the things in the distance last. So you kind of start with that. So generally it's the sky is what I do as my, I guess this is layer 1, sky is layer 2. So I'll grab my, now this is, everything else from now on will be, the rest of the painting will be done with my knife. This is my palette knife. See, it's got this interesting sort of corner on it here. Ah, wonderful, Sidra Javed. Very cool name, thank you. Big fan of my work, I appreciate it. How did you find me? Was it just through social media? I like to know how people are finding me. A camel in the desert. Yeah, maybe. Jimmy Two Shoes. It's pouring rain there. Oh man, I know it's been raining a lot here too. Okay, so here we go. Just cleaning off old paint. I really should be cleaning off my tools a bit better than the next thing, and my tools don't get as much. Tools. Knives are a little more forgiving because you could just kind of chip it off with your nail. Brushes dry out, and then you gotta generally throw them out. So here we are with the next layer of sky. So I always want to know where my light source is, so kind of choose where I want the sun to be coming from. And I'm looking at a previous piece I had done along with some photos of forests. So this keeps me in my creative zone as I'm talking through a painting. And I often kind of start and then build out. So just like this, I switched knives in the middle of talking there, but that's okay. This is it just doesn't have that one flat corner on it. It's a sharp. So now I'm just going to be building color upon color as we move along to fill in my sky. And it looks like a ball of blue currently, but I'm going to slide the paint and move it around, and I'm going to keep adding light as I go. The nice thing about acrylics, it's very forgiving, and you have time to change things and move paint around. Luxembourg, wow. People watching from Luxembourg. Thanks, Anna, for joining from Luxembourg. That's awesome. I'll get to questions in a sec. This first layer, it's good to do when it's nice and juicy and nice and wet. So I want to keep going with it. And usually this is about the time when I'm painting live on location somewhere and there's lots of people. This is when people jump in and try and talk to me. And I don't want the paint to dry, so I'm trying to talk and paint at the same time. And it's quite funny and hard to do, but I'll just take a second and fill out this sky. And I don't think about each brush stroke. I just sort of let my arm kind of guide me and stand back and look, come close. I just let it go where it wants to go. It sort of tells me. But it's intuition and it's muscle memory, right? The things you do over and over again, you have to think less and less about. Think less and just do. I'm already out of my white. This is how fast I go through huge amounts of paint. All right, I turn the heat up. I'm just going to turn it down again. When I came down here an hour or so ago, it was freezing. So I turned the heat up and now I'm sweating. So the heat turns off. It's turned off and now I get to open my back door. Hear the birds singing. Maybe you'll be able to hear them too. All right, I'm going to get to questions in a second. I'm sorry. Hang on there with me. I'm just going to get to more of this sky and then give it a second to kind of sit while we talk for a minute. That's the drumming of the canvas that you hear in the video. And I'm just going to brighten this up a bit. Ooh, big glob on the floor. I can use that. I need my studio helper looking at your questions and saying, so-and-so has this question. He's at a friend's today, though, so my 10-year-old son likes to help me out when he's home, and he'll read your questions off to me so that I can continue painting and answer questions at the same time. Oh, my arm is getting sore. No matter how many times I do this, I still get a sore arm. Now, if you, I know the live is really fun to watch because we get to interact with each other. If you ever miss one, these go up on my YouTube channel. Just search for my name in YouTube and you'll find, and you can subscribe to my YouTube and watch these later on. So I believe this is season 1, episode. So that's kind of fun that you can go back and watch later as well. This is nice and thick. The next layer goes down wet. So I don't wait for this layer or the yellow to dry. I keep going. I work wet on wet. They say that's how oil painters paint, of course, because you have to, because oil takes forever to dry. Acrylics dry very quickly. This painting will be dry by tomorrow. Dry to the touch within several hours. But if I was to touch it everywhere, it would be sticky still, so in a few hours. But it dried to the touch, basically. But I like wet on wet because of the effect it gives, the overall look and feel of the painting. Sort of that Monet-esque feel with like blurred lines and that kind of thing. Blurred lines, impressionist feel and style. Okay, one more pass of the white and blue sky. So I just need to mix up a little more white. So I've filled my palette with white now. This will be the 3rd time. This is how fast I go through the paint. And we're talking a large amount goes down, like maybe this much paint, sort of a mound of paint goes down this much of one color. So this will be the 3rd time around with the white. And it's just my natural process of using a lot of paint. I like the look of the thick peaks and the globs that you lay down. So almost done this sky. Just gonna do some touches in the corner. I'm not gonna fill out every spot, but just because my leaves will come in and fill that in shortly. My leaves and my trees. So blend that a bit more. Blend, blend, blend. So there's no like sharp break of the lights and the darks. They sort of blend gradually. There's gradation there of dark to light, light to dark. And that just comes with practice. Okay, now I do want to do a bit more of the highlights of white. All right, I like that. Now comes, oh, okay, I'll take a pause for a second, answer some questions I saw. I had a couple. Renee asks, when you start a painting, do you know what you're going to create, or does it just evolve in your mind as you create? I always show up with an idea, Renee, and then it just kind of evolves from that first initial idea. So I really kind of loosely plan, always come with a plan and let it take me where it wants to go. I have the sort of theme and like the general, you know, painting that I'm going for, but then it just kind of evolves as I move along. Despina asks, just acrylic or is it mixed with something? Seems thick texture, just wondering. Yeah, so my paint is quite thick on its own. It's heavy bodied acrylics. And I am adding like a gel medium to some of the colors, but not all of them. The gel adds even more thickness and it adds some shine, but not all the colors need that. So, and it also makes your paint go further and it tones down the color a little bit. So there's a lot of mediums that you can buy, but you just have to play with it and see what your favorite mediums are. Barb says, I made the plunge and bought some golden paint. Right on, Barb. That's awesome. Yes, it's a little bit shocking how much the paint costs when you're first purchasing, but play with it and see if you like that brand. There's lots of really great brands out there, but that's just my favorite. Thank you for live demos. Inspire me to show up and begin. Perfect, Margie. I appreciate that. That's Margie. Ask, how many colors do you have, or do you? Oh boy, I don't know. That's a good question. I have a lot of colors. I'd have to count. I'll have to count one day. Maybe I'll talk about that in my next video. I have a variety of each color, I guess. So I don't just have one red. I have like 4 or 5. So that's why I'm not quite sure how many colors that I do have. But good question. Or how many of each color? Yeah, usually a variety of each. So there's probably close to 50, but maybe more. In the beginning, the spray on the canvas is, sorry, Ajave says, in the beginning, you spray on the canvas. It was which spray? If you're asking what's in the bottle, it's just water spreading the color around. So it just enables the paint to thin out a little bit and spread out really nicely. So I think I got to the questions, so I will continue. This is time now for the leaves in the tops of the trees. So these are some of the background leaves that I'm going to put in next. And I'm mixing several greens, darks and lights, some broad strokes, some smaller strokes. And once again, very thick with my knife. So you don't want them all to be the same in shape or direction or color. You want some darks, some lights. Just like you would see in nature. The sun bouncing off some of the leaves, and then some are covered up by others. They have more shadow. Okay, and do some over here. Already need to get some more green. Awesome. Yes, it's fun to follow along. That's what I hear. I have a question. Where did you buy the huge box of color and name of the brand you use? I like all your gorgeous, colorful flower paintings. Where did I buy the box of colors? I buy all my paint from a couple different places, mostly the Paint Spot here in Edmonton. And yeah, they have the Golden brand, which is my favorite. There's other brands that are really great. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the acrylic ones. Winsor & Newton's really good. Tri-Art is good, but I prefer the Golden brand. Okay, what was I doing? I was mixing some green. And I buy my paint in the gallon. Usually they have to special order it for me, but I buy it in the gallon and then I fill my small jars here when I'm doing my live stream, my painting on location, my traveling, only because I go through so much paint. I need to get gallons. I go through 2 to 4 gallons of paint a month. I'd say closer to 4 gallons a month, depending on the month. And people ask me all the time, how many paintings do you make? How often do you paint? How many paintings do you make? On average, I paint a painting a day, sometimes 2, which averages to about 450 paintings a year. So I paint a lot. And I usually have around 200 paintings for sale at all times. I think currently I have about 204 paintings for sale if you go through my website. Most of them are large like this. And I have sort of medium pieces that are like half as big, and then smaller pieces that are about a quarter as big as this canvas. All of my work that is currently available is on my website. It's giselledenis.com. So as I paint a piece like this, within a day or 2, it goes up on my website with the size and the price is listed. I do ship all over the world, so you can not be afraid if you're thinking of having something shipped. It's very common to ship a painting in all sizes. I have an exhibition in Dubai currently, and I just had an inquiry from a guest, a hotel guest, ask about the art that's on display there, and they're interested in my work. So it's nice to have of all different locations showcasing my work. That's the one location abroad, and the rest of my work is here in Edmonton. So now I'm just adding different colored leaves to my and I'm going to add even more colors, but we'll start with that. And see that yellow? That's the first layer, and that will remain in the painting. Now there's some leaves that have fallen off the trees that are just trailing down. It's in motion. It's like I've taken a picture right after the wind has come. Checking in. This is set up here for Instagram and Facebook. Very cool. Okay. I think I've got them all answered. You're welcome. How do you say your name? Manira? Manira? That's a cool name. And I forgot where you're from. You've tuned in a lot to my videos. Thank you so much. It's good to have a regular audience as well as new folks. I got my brother watching from Ontario, which is super fun. We don't get to see each other very often, but He gets to watch me paint. And I get to see all the cool fish he's catching. We don't have great fishing here where we live. One time I went to visit my brother. When I went to visit him 1 year, we caught, the first time I ever caught a fish, I must have been like, I was in my 30s, first time I ever caught a fish. Isn't that sad? I loved it. It was so much fun. But then when I caught it, I kind of cried. Sad that I hurt this poor little thing. It was too small to keep, so we released it back, and I felt bad. And I guess it's something you got to get used to. But it was very, very fun. Okay, we talk about all kinds of things on here, don't we? Oh, for the US. Yeah, right on. Thank you for tuning in from the US. More paper towel. Fresh roll here. I'll show you something cool that I've done also. I've not stopped my gift certificate promotion. I just sold one this morning. So I've got two kinds. I'll show you while we're taking a little break here. I've got the poppy ones. So these are my gift certificates. If you've got a wedding to go to this summer and you're thinking of a unique card or a unique gift, you can load. They start at $50 and they go all the way up to however much you want to spend. They're a 5x7 painting that doubles as a gift certificate. So we put the name of the recipient, the amount that you want to spend, and then when they want to redeem it, they just say, oh, hi, my name is, and this is the number, and this is how much I have towards the purchase of one of your paintings. So there's little poppy ones you can see here. And I've also done these fun abstracted ones. They're also 5x7. And same thing, they're all original hand-painted gift certificates. So I've done a series like this that's like sort of abstracted with a knife with color. And then I have the poppies as well. So if you're interested, send me a note and we can make it happen. I can ship them too. Shipping's $5. And then you can put as much as you want. Oh yeah, okay, I answered that question. Lives are fun because it's like, oh, I have another question. Oh, your son was born in Calgary, Manira. That's awesome. Yeah, it's Calgary's a great place too. Okay, I'll put these back. I've got some friends in Calgary, so I go there fairly often myself. Okay, back to what was I doing? So now I'm gonna fill in down here, still keeping some of that yellow. So right now it looks very, very green and blue and yellow. But pretty soon you will see more color come to life on here. Just pulling my canvas off the edge just a little bit so I can get all the way down to the bottom. This part always makes me huff and puff. I'm practicing my squats as I go across, all the way across the 5-foot space in front of me. Doing a lot of the darks first, and we'll come back with the lights. And I'm making sure that I do leave some of that yellow popping through. I've got green, I've got brown. Get darker as we go further down the canvas. Nice big strokes, some little strokes. And a bit lighter green coming up this way. And I don't like a straight across line for the forest floor. I like to raise some of it and have it kind of go up and down as we go across the canvas. Very awesome. I make it look so simple, the mark of a true artist. Thank you. I have friends living in Edmonton. Awesome. Yeah, Canadian. My kids always love your small art. Very fun. Yeah, I like what's going on here. Okay, is it looking a bit straight down here? I don't want the straight. I want some kind of bumpy. Studio tours. I've canceled my open house. Usually I have in July this year, so we've moved that, postpone that for now. But I do have my studio open by appointment all summer long. So if you would like to come and see my work in person, send me a message and we'll make it happen. I can have up to, I think, is it 12 people now? I can't keep up with the rules of everything, but inside a house, I think it's 12 or 15, something like that. Okay. Keep going with this. Color down here, almost done. It's dark down here, but it's still going to be a very bright, happy, colorful painting. Okay, the next layer, the next item on the list are the trees. Oh, my mom's watching. Hi, Mom. Giselle Denis is my mom, and you can check out her work also. Google her name. You'll see her website. She's also on Facebook. Lovely leaves. Giselle, already so much depth in this painting. Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. I guess people tell people who do things a lot, they make it look easy. That's people who spend like 10,000 hours doing something, and they've just gotten so comfortable with it. You can almost paint in your sleep. I think I do. I think I paint in my sleep. Nice. I'm going to just brighten up down here just a little. Just this line, I just want to bring down a bit of the lighter color. All right, now we are 38 minutes in already. Holy cow, time flies when you're painting. It's ridiculous how crazy fast it goes. All right, now the next thing I want to do is block in my trees. So I get the edge of my knife, and I like to sometimes choose where the biggest trees are going to go first. So I'm going to put a big one right about here, and it's going to be not completely straight because trees don't usually grow straight. They're kind of wobbly, depending on the kind of tree. These are like the aspen, balsam poplar trees we have here in our forest. The ones that give off all that fluff right now. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a type of tree that grows around here in Alberta that at this time of year, it's got these giant, looks like cotton, almost like cotton tufts coming off trees hanging there, and then the wind blows and all of this like cotton fluff just blows everywhere, and it looks like snow in the air and comes into your house and attaches itself to your screens. So my screens look like I have sweaters hanging in my window right now. So we don't love that part of June and July, but yeah, it's a fun, we get mosquitoes and we get the cotton fluff everywhere. But it's just part of it. So part of what it means living in Alberta. It's kind of funny. Anyway, but I do love the trees, even though they give off all this crazy cotton. It's basically seeds to plant more trees, and the birds eat the seeds, and it's just the way the ecosystem works around here. I just recently discovered this really cool app. I can't remember the name of it because my phone's being occupied filming me right now, but it's this app where you can take a picture of any plant and it tells you the history of the plant, if it's a weed, what kind of tree it is, what kind of flower it is. It's really, really cool. So I highly recommend getting an app like that if you live in the country or live near a natural area that you want to learn about plants. Wish I could remember the name of the app, but yeah, look it up. It's super cool to learn what things are. All right, I like this tree. It's looking good. And we'll do another. So I'm not sure how many trees I'm going to do. We will play with it. La-dee-da. And we'll go like that. He's kind of wiggly wobbly tree. Now they're going to have some branches too, but first I want to block in where I want the trees, and then we'll add the branches in a little bit here. And those kind of get all added at the same time. Picture this maybe, the app. Yes, I think you're right, Anna. That app. Okay, and it's usually quite accurate too. What do I want to do next? I want to place another one. So what I like to do is I don't like to have them the same width apart or ending at the same height. So if this makes sense to you. So this one will be a bit over here. And maybe it's coming up like that. And not even all bending in the same direction. Like with that app I learned, I have a whole bunch of wild strawberries growing in my front yard. I had no idea that they were strawberries. Isn't that neat? So I'm not sure if I can eat them. I got to read up on it, but it's nice to know what's growing in your own backyard. Whoop. Three, four. Okay, I'm going to do this. Is going to be a grouping of 3 trees right here. The part that takes the longest is the sky and then the foliage. Everything else comes together pretty quickly. So when you're timing out a painting, not that I'm really timing it out, but I don't like to keep people here for much longer than an hour and a half. I try and do one in an hour and a half. And then maybe a skinny one coming off the canvas over here. Oh yes, picture this plant identifier. That's the name of the app. Thank you, Mom. Awesome. Thanks for tagging your friends. That's very fun. You can watch together. I think you can click like start a watch party when you're watching a live stream video, which is really fun. You can invite your friends to join you. Okay, I want to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do an odd number over here. We'll do 2 coming off the side. Sort of bend your vision a little and have them coming over here. So this isn't black. I know it kind of looks black in the video. I don't usually use a lot of black in my paintings. This is brown. It's almost black. It's a burnt umber. It's a bit softer than usually using full straight black. I mostly have black in my palette to mix with white to make it more of a gray tone. All right, got my painting shirt on so I can wipe it right on my shirt. Now, let's see. I'm gonna do, yeah, we'll do some darker ones here. I'm gonna come from this section right here, coming right down. More of that brown to my, but painting for me is so relaxing. Sometimes it takes a while to get sort of going and get in the mood to do it, but I truthfully don't usually feel like painting. But when I'm doing it and in it, it's very, like, lowers blood pressure, I think. It must. It's, I never regret it. Let's say that. I don't always feel like it when it's time to paint, but I never regret painting something. I've never do. I've always enjoyed myself creating something. And the coolest part is when you sit down to do something, when paint something, you've made something that didn't previously. Isn't that neat? Creating something that didn't previously exist. All right, I still got an audience, which is great. I'm not quite sure what you're saying, Meg, but you want to get a canvas. Is that what you're saying? I love that. I hope you do get into it. Painting is very rewarding. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees on this side. Sometimes amounts of things is quite meaningful. And so, not sometimes, it's always quite meaningful. So I like to sort of pay attention to that. Like, okay, maybe there's a reason why there's so many amounts of things in paintings as symbols. Which sometimes helps me name a painting if I see, okay, there's definitely numbers of things showing up. So that'll help me with the name of the painting. Naming the painting is as fun as painting it. I also do lots of commissions. So if there's a certain painting that you need for a certain wall, you can take a picture of your wall, send me a photo of the wall with the dimensions, and I can help you with size and colors and placement of pieces. So Money Nelson, beautiful, you make it look easy to do, but not for me. For me, painting is like yoga, someone else is saying. I love that, Javed. Yes, thank you. I agree. I do yoga as well. So every morning, and I feel like it does really kind of prepare you gets you ready for the rest of your day. It's very helpful. And some days, most of the time, I don't feel like doing yoga either, but I'm always glad I did it. I never regret a yoga session. All right, now we've got 7, 8, 9. I'm feeling like a 10th tree. Feeling a 10th tree coming on here. Let's do it. And I like the feeling of this sort of hugging the center. They're all kind of leaning towards each other. They're like relying on each other. See, this is good. It's giving me ideas for a name. All right, so now it's time to block in some of those branches. And they're very fun to just play with where you want them to go. And I'm kind of scratching that wet paint, revealing the yellow first layer with this technique. So see how, let's go down here and up. And you're just really kind of intuitively bringing in the branches. And as many or as little as you want. Whatever position you want. You want short ones, long ones, kind of wobbly ones. Some thicker ones, some skinnier. So I just use the edge of my knife. And I kind of come back and touch in where I'd like the thicker ones to be. Being the creator of something is very satisfying. When you're given the ability to do something unique, share it with others. You love painting too. That's awesome. Yes, painting and yoga and all the things that make life feel good. Anne Marie says, I go into my own space when I paint and forget about everything else. Yes, I often forget about the world when I'm painting. Usually at some point, my son comes trailing down the stairs. Mom, are we going to have lunch? Mom, are we going to have supper? Hello? Mom, are you alive? I forget about time and space when I'm creating. And it's kind of funny how that can happen. So now I'm going to do my highlights on the sides of my trees. And I'm going to use a bit of yellow and pink. To into the tree trunks. So just mix up a bit of yellow here. We'll do a bit of this and then we'll start the flowers. We can always come back and add highlights to the trees. So the highlights come on this right side of these trees because my light source is here and shining this way. So that's why the highlights go on the side of the tree. Now, if you can see that in the video. And now this side, the highlight comes on the left side of the tree. The light's kind of coming from here, right? So the highlight goes on the side where it's being hit by the light. Or touched by the light, kissed by the light. Okay, that's a good start for the highlights. Grab some paper towel. Thank you for sticking with me, everybody. It's good to have an audience when you are painting. I like it anyway. Not every artist likes to be watched while they're creating. I loved being watched when I was learning to paint, but now I'm comfortable with it. So, all right, I'm going to start with some purple flowers. This is going to be very bright and colorful down here. So we'll do one right here using my knife. Gonna have to mix more purple right away, but we're just gonna kind of get started where I want the purple to be. And things go in front of each other so they can overlap with the trees. And then the leftover purple on my knife, can't let that go to waste. We add it throughout. Little flowers all of a sudden, and leaves. I'm gonna mix some more purple. I need a minion to mix my paint for me. Nice thick flowers that you feel like they're just jumping off the canvas. Okay, we'll do another one here. And there. And here. We can always add more flowers, purple flowers, but for now I'll do that many. And I'll do the highlight. Just to kind of give them some pop off that canvas. Loop. Gotta keep an eye on my Instagram video. Sometimes it only allows me an hour on Instagram. So Instagram, when my video ends, I will restart it shortly. Once it gives me a countdown, and you can come back if you'd like. Now, a little more touches to the centers. Happy, happy flowers just waving at you. Call these the Delphars. These are fun because they have a lot of layers to them. I start off orange and they kind of change as I go about them in color. Start off like that. One's going to go there. Well, I'll show you the process. Then a bit of yellow. And touch, touch, touch. Clean off my knife a little bit. Anna says she doesn't like being watched when she's painting. Yeah, it's not, no, most people don't. It's not uncommon. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yes, thank you, Anna. It's coming together. I can see, I like what's going on so far. I can see I have 1 minute left on Instagram. So if you're watching on Instagram, you can come back. I'm going to start another video. Once this one ends, we will begin again. So it'll take me a second to reboot that, but I'm going to mix a bit of orange. Because I think I added too much white to that one flower, so I want to change that. All right, we got a couple more seconds left in Instagram. So sometimes when you add too much of something, you can come back and just, yeah, come over. I'm in a bit more, I just added too much white. I didn't want all of that white going on. And it just adds texture. All right, so that video is done on Instagram. I'm just going to share that. Let's see if it's easy enough to, let's see. Just take me a second to connect it. Live stream episode. I need someone to help me with this. Season 1, episode 7. All right, share that. Come on, work with me. All right, that's shared. Now let's go back. Reboot a live on Instagram. Thank you, Facebook friends, for your patience. We will continue. So we're 1 hour and 4 minutes in. Thanks, Johnny. Looks great, he says. Anna says it looks beautiful. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I like it. See, I went back to that one. How do I do this? That flower, that orangey one, yellow one. I did orange and then yellow and white on top, and I didn't like how much white I added, so I just came back orange, yellow. And I might just leave it at that stage for that amount, and then I'm going to put a center in it. And now just put in the little highlighty things that I do. And there. And just a little white. Yeah, that's better. That's what I was going for. Now a few more of those flowers come in. So where should we put this next one? Let's do one here. Did I get any? Yeah, I did. My Instagram friends came back. Thank you for coming back. Someone talk to those Instagram people and let us do a live video longer than an hour. Help us out. Okay, I'm gonna do one here. Can you hear the birds in the background? So pretty. So relaxing. When I have one color on my knife already for the flowers, I like to sort of place where all those are going to continually wiping the knife off and changing color constantly. That happens more near the end. This way you waste a little bit less paint. Oh, I think I just got a big daub of paint on my face. I can just look into my screen and see it. Thank you, Johnny. He says, wow, your work is beautiful. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's a joy to make. It's fun to find your voice in your work and what your work looks like. It's like writing songs. What does your song sound like? At first, it looks and sounds like other artists' work, but eventually you develop a style that people recognize as your own, which is really, really cool. It just takes a while, but it just takes some patience, but you'll find it. And you get out of it what you put into it, right? If you paint or play your instrument only a couple times a year, you will only be that comfortable with your instrument. But if you pick it up a little bit every day, or even a few times a week, you get to find your voice quicker. Maybe a couple more of this flower. We'll do one right here. And if you just tuned in, you can rewatch this on my YouTube channel. They do remain up on Facebook as well. But to watch the full thing again, you can Google me in, search for me in my YouTube channel and find me there as well. Now, what else do I want to do? I think I want to do one right here as well. This fun layered flower inspired by a brown-eyed Susan. My childhood friend growing up, best friend, her name was Susan. Very happy memories from being her friend. Maybe she's going to be watching one of my videos. Maybe I'll send her a note today and say, I'm thinking about you. I used to go visit her across the street. And when we were really little, like 3 or 4 years old, we'd sit at the piano together, and she was the most amazing piano player. She went on to become a concert pianist. But she showed me piano, and I didn't have one the whole time growing up when I was really little. She taught me how to play piano, and I learned how to play by ear at a really young age. And maybe it was her influence, because I didn't know how to play before that, but I could hear a song and then play it. And I think that happened because she influenced me. So Susan, if you're watching, I love you. I'm thinking of you. And we should connect again. It's been a while. I think you're awesome. You inspired me to be an artist, not just with piano, but with with art as well, because I was doing art from a really young age, ever since I can remember. I remember we'd play songs and we'd go outside and we would pick raspberries and shell peas, live the good old acreage life. Happy memories. Now fast forward and we have our own kids. She's got her own 2 kids. I love the yellow one at the bottom middle. Kira, thank you. The bottom middle, yes, this one. I'm gonna make some more lighter like that. So what I'm doing is coming in, layering now, that yellow. Brightening up those orangey flowers. That dark orange just gives me a nice base. You can still see some of it as I lay down that yellow. And now the white, just a little bit of white to highlight the yellow. It really makes it pop. I'm going to add more colors of flowers. These ones take a bit more time with all the layering. But it's worth it, the look they get at the end. Whew, lots of bending. I'm so glad you love it, Anne-Marie. She says, I still love your painting. They make you smile with the colors. Beautiful. Thank you. Yes, that's what I like to hear. I like to make people smile. I want the art to make people feel happy. Now the centers of those yellow flowers are coming in. Center, center, center. Center, center. So I'm just touching in the centers of these. More paper towel. Oh boy, I am sweating. Thank you, Mel. I'm glad you like the painting. It's coming along. You can almost not see the whole thing in this Instagram video. I'm going to back you up just a bit. The painting's kind of big. It's a 40 by 60, so it's hard to get the whole thing in the shot with my phone. Now, what shall we do? I want to add a bit of that purple to my leaves up here. Okay, and another color I want to do this deeper red here. It's a mixture of 2 red pink colors. Do one down here. I'm gonna have to mix more of it, but we'll keep going for a minute or 2. And we'll do a few smaller ones up here. Sort of abstracted ones. I do some sort of globby ones, impressionist ones, and then ones that are a little more uniform. So just to give it some visual interest. Oh yeah, I like it. Looks good. Okay. Keep a-going. I will brighten this up too. It's a bit dark in the video. It's brighter here in the studio, but we will solve that in a minute here. Keep it going. Whoop, big blob on the floor. Pick it up. Take that same color, put in some leaves. A bit more white, so I'm going to mix in some white soon here. Make these a little pink. Hi, Maria. Maria says, when do you paint the bottom edge of the canvas, before you paint or after the painting is dry? I usually wait till I'm done the video and I'll do it right after, just to kind of keep you focused on what I'm doing in the front of the piece rather than me doing the top. But I do paint all 4 edges of the painting. So I like to do it just when I'm finished my session here. I'll go in. It's easier to do it right away. I can do it after as well. Well, it's covered in paint. I don't cover it with anything, but I'm going to see if I can lift my camera and show you. This is what my floor looks like. It's covered in paint. Oh, can you see that? So I cover my floor with paint, not on purpose. It just drops, and that's just what happens when you're painting. Oh, my video, I'm going to fix that. Yeah, oops, I'm going to fix this video. I use Hello, friends. I am back. I don't know what happened, but if it's working again, let me know if you are there still. Almost done this painting, so we made it pretty near the end. It's just about done. Let me know if it's working again, if you're still tuned in. Just gonna mix up a bit of white. So if you're still watching on Facebook, let me know that you are still here. Some of you have gone to bed, watching from a different time zone. That's cool. Just gonna mix up some more pink and white. Let me know if the video is still working. If you're still there, say, yeah, it's still working, I'm here. But it made it just about to the end. We almost made it. It was close. The joys of internet connections and how they can freeze up on us. It's when I picked up my laptop to show you my painting floor. So I guess I can't really move my device when I'm doing a live stream. Learn that the hard way. Okay. Oh, good. You're watching. Yay. Hi, Janice. Are you the one I spoke to earlier on the phone? I hope so. That's pretty cool. Oh, good. It's working. Yes. Yes. It's available. Jody? I've never seen that spelling before. This painting is a 40 by 60. And if you're curious the price, it's $2,800. I don't quite have a name for it, but I will be posting about it. So if you're interested in purchasing it, you can send me a note and we can talk about how that works. I can ship all over the world. And if you are in the Edmonton area, I can show it to you in person. So, okay, had a bit of a heart attack there with my video not stopping to work, stop working on me. Oh, perfect, Janice. Thanks for connecting. This is awesome. Yeah, technical difficulties, so I think you hopped in right after my video. Oh my gosh, okay. I did it again, but okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'll finish this up, let you see the end of this creation. So where was I? I think I'm gonna do some centers of these flowers here. So this is a typical size for me to work in, the 40 by 60. It's a very common size that I like to paint. It goes on so many walls. And I do all one-of-a-kind pieces, so I don't do any prints of works. I recreate paintings that have the same sort of feel to them, but I don't do reproductions, so where a machine is printing a piece of art. So it's kind of nice that my collectors are knowing that they're getting the one and only piece that exists. So I'm doing this yellow touch to my centers now. Here we go. And a bit of white because I want to do a little bit of this light blue. Jody, Forest Fun. Oh, I like that name, Ray. I like that. And Jody, I live in the Edmonton area. I would love to come see it. We'll reach out on the weekend, just on my way home from BC. Oh, very cool. Well, I'm so happy that you like watching this video. And the coolest thing about acquiring a painting that you watched being created before your eyes, this is what's become quite the thing people love, that they watched the painting being made. So it tells a cool story when you have that painting on your wall. So yeah, send me a note and we can arrange for you to see the painting. Well, I would have been done by now if my video didn't die on me, but I want to add some touches of gold to my leaves up here. And I'm going to add some gold touches down below as well. And it just gives us nice shine. It literally looks like liquid gold, like gold color. And some touches of white to the centers. Oh, I do want to travel just like to the mountains or something for a weekend. I think that'd be really fun. Just when that lady said, I'm coming back from BC, I'd love to go to the mountains or go to the ocean. My son hasn't been to the West Coast yet. So he's been all over the world with us, but not to the West Coast of my own country. So that'd be nice to take him. Yeah, I'm gonna do little bits of this teal color. Kind of pop through different parts of the canvas. A bit there, a bit here, here. And just about finished. Yeah, those pops of the lighter blue are really nice to contrast some of the darker colors happening in the painting here. So just a few more. And I'm gonna do a little bit of the turquoise. Also, that was a teal color. We'll do a bit of turquoise. There too. Almost done. 40 by 60. And then I'll sign it and it will be ready and put on my website in the next couple days, unless that lady does buy it. Well, she's gonna come see it, so that's cool. They almost look like little butterflies when you put these in here. And just a little bit of touches of some lighter pink, I think. Sorry, I'm not ready for you. Almost done. To your wall. And just a bit of white up here. There we go. I'm just going to sign it, and thank you all for joining me in this live video. Where is my signing brush? Hello, signing brush. Da, da, da. There you are. Okay, and generally I sign the bottom right corner. I say sign everything you make. Sign all your paintings. It doesn't matter if it's the bottom right or left, but sign it so that you can read it. Just sign it, don't date it. If you date the front, you date the painting. So sign the front, first and last name. And you can always date the back if you want to keep track of it that way. And I always sign it with paint. I highly recommend signing the thing you make with the material you painted it with. Oh, it's pretty goopy right now, so okay, good. Come over one more time. And then I'm going to have a look at the painting in the screen and get some perspective just to make sure I like the final piece. Because a painting is never done. You have to know when to stop. Oh, thank you, Anne. Glad you like it. So this painting was done in 1 hour and 32 minutes, minus like 8 minutes of computer glitch. So I'm just going to stand back and have a look. I like the overall balance of it. Anne-Marie asked, because my name is long, do you think AMR is enough? It's up to you. I like it when people have their full name on the front of the painting, because think of it one day, like if you ever, you might become famous one day and people might want to recognize your paintings. If that's how you always sign it and always have, then continue with that. But definitely write your full name on the back of the painting. If it ever needed to be archived or a gallerist gets a hold of it or a collector and all they have is AMR, there's no way of finding out who you are. So if that's how you sign the front, that's fine. Write your full name on the back. I definitely, though, encourage, if it's not fully established, like that's how you're going to do it all the time, then find a kind of cool, creative way to write it just on the front. And it doesn't have to be like, a special way to write it. I just like put all caps, my first and last name. Usually it's all written the same way. So yeah, just a little signing tip for you. So thank you for watching, everybody. The 40 by 60 inch forest painting today for my live stream, season 1, episode 7. So we'll see you probably next week at noon on Facebook and hopefully Instagram as well. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Mom, for watching. Thanks, Matt, for watching. We'll see you next time.